Um, Recently, I had me an encounter with in retrospect, it was almost like a Men in Black type experience, man. It was crazy, but it was like I was sitting there. Uh, it was getting daylight out, and I'm sitting there, finishing off my drink, and this dude comes pulling up. Uh, and it's so strange, man, because the way the dude did this was so slick, man. He rolled up on me, man, and he was in this like it was like an SUV, but it didn't look like a brand new SUV. It looked like maybe a few years of an older model, which reminds me of Men in Black again in retrospect. But then again, it doesn't fit the Men in Black profile. Like the Men in Black from back in the day, they had like round hats on and odd clothing, like odd cars. And this dude didn't necessarily fit that profile, but let me further explain. This guy comes pulling up. It's a tan colored SUV. And the way the dude rolls up on me, he just rolls up uh like he had like authority or jurisdiction or something. Even though he never said that, but the way he did it sold me on it before I even started talking to him, which was weird, man. I go walking up to him, I start talking to him, like, yeah, what's going on? You looking for somebody? And the dude's basically, I get up on him, and he's got this vest on, and it's like I'm not sure if it's a bulletproof vest or some kind of like surveillance tactical vest, but it was a vest and it had all these like gadgets and shit and wires sticking out of it, dude. Uh, and you know, when I looked at him, and he was clean cut, he had on a white polo shirt on under his black vest, but he had on a black vest. So I mean, it's like, uh, it was like, all right, he rolls up on me, he starts asking me some questions about someone from my neighborhood, and I'm not gonna say his name, but I had a neighbor who supposedly ran for president. Man, that's just a rumor that I heard, and I just thought it was a joke. Like I guess I thought, well, anybody can run for president then. Uh, but because I seen the news come by, or they said it was the newspaper was looking for this guy. I mean, I'm not sure what the hell it's really about, but anyway, this guy starts asking me these questions. It's like, man, I don't really know the guy that well, so I really couldn't help him that much. But pulled out this, he pulled out like a tablet, and it had this picture of this dude, and I was like, oh, that kind of looks like the guy, and he was looking like Mr. Clean, Clint Eastwood kind of looking look on the picture, and the dude just asked me a few questions, and then he's just like, thank you, and he goes, God bless America, and I was like, well, God bless America, you know what I'm saying? I just said it, and the dude looked at me, and then he drove off, right? Uh, I got to thinking about it, and I was like the next day, that's what got me thinking about Men in Black. I was like, man, was that dude a cop? Was he FBI? Was he Secret Service? Was he fucking uh NSA? Was he concerned citizen? Was he a journalist? He didn't announce anything, and he had no identifiable clothing on. And I thought about it after the fact, and I was like, man, dude, this dude hit me with like some kind of conversational, almost like hypnosis. And I try to think back about the questioning, and I was like, man, it's just weird. It comes in like in chunks. And I was just watching X Files not too long ago, where this one guy was saying Mulder was a Men in Black, and he went to this diner and he walked up and he starts asking this dude all these questions about some secret airbase around that diner, and he'd ask him a question and he'd order a piece of pie, and then he would remember, he'd ask him the question and he'd order the pie, and then he'd ask him another question and he'd order the pie again, and each time he don't remember him eating the pie, but he asked for a pie, and it looked like he ate it, but he couldn't remember him eating it, but he kept having like a glitch in the matrix, almost like of a situation. And I had one of these situations. Like I said, I could be way over speculating on this, and this could have been just standard operation procedure, and I'm just unaware of it. But it was strange because the dude had this kind of this calm authority, but he never announced it, and he just kind of almost like ran this fucking this mind trick on me, and I couldn't even remember how weird it was until a day later. You know what I mean? That's how it was. It seemed. It didn't even seem at the time when it happened. It wasn't in the ordinary, but I don't know. It just didn't stand out how strange it was of an experience. And then, like I said, I don't know who the guy was. Couldn't tell you exactly what he looked like. And nothing bad happened, but I just think it was strange. And well, what's good out of the situation is like when I guess it's like when someone pickpockets you, you would think, oh, no one could do that to me. I'm aware of everything that happens. But then, what if someone hands you your wallet? You know what I'm saying? Uh, until someone's like, yeah, I caught you slipping, and shows you, you don't know really what you're susceptible to until it happens to you a few times, because a lot of times some things they're just so quick. If you gotta wait until someone does it to you, then learn, you gotta take the hit to learn the lesson, unless someone trains you in advance how to look, what to look for, and then you're luckier then. But even that person would show you how it could be done to convince you that it can be done in the first place. That will humble you enough to shut you up, and uh, that you'd want to learn how it's actually done so you can understand it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's my potential Men in Black situation, but it's not a traditional Men in Black experience. But I don't know, man. Who knows how far they have pushed the Men in Black technique in this present day? You know what I'm saying? With all the secret police, Gestapo, Stasi type operations going on, gang stalker ops, uh, that we don't even know about. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that thing was a cybernetic organism, and it just looked like a dude. I mean, I don't know. I can't tell you, man.